Okay, welcome to Akweya TV. We are the station that brings you history, culture, art as they relate to development. Something is of interest today. It is Friday, it's a weekend, and we want to bring you something about music, but it's something you know about. Like when you remember in the Bible, when King Saul had a challenge, what happened? It was music. They said music was going to be therapeutic, and he sent for David, who came and played the harp to heal him. So there's something therapeutic about music, and today we want to discuss that with an award-winning artist, someone who has done quite a number of songs for peace. Can music help Nigeria find peace? Can music help us as individuals find peace? In the Benue Valley, we also know that there are lots of conflicts there. How does music come in? And my guest in the studio today is known as Fred Williams. Fred Williams is an artist who is one of those that coordinates the FOGMMON in Abuja, the FCT chapter, the Federation of Gospel Musicians.
Fellowship of Gospel
Musicians.
Musicians of Nigeria.
Yeah. So you're welcome to our studio.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
So, how did music start for you?
Oh, well, let me say it started from childhood.
Okay.
Yeah, it started from childhood. Well, I didn't start singing from childhood anyway, like you say, but I started getting interested in music from childhood. My dad had those templates stuff, you know, a lot of them. Turntable, yeah. You know, so, you know, as weekends, whenever he was home, weekends, you know, play from morning to night, and then got into listening. You know, and before you know, I started writing songs when I became of age. You know, started writing, and then, you know, I had this guy who was my senior, was a neighbor. He liked music so very well. So, each time he would be singing, and I was just listening to him, and then before you know, I found myself rehearsing with him.
Okay.
You know,
in Abuja?
No, that was not Abuja. I was in the east.
In the east?
Yeah, in the east, in Enugu.
Oh, okay. You were based in Enugu?
Yeah, I grew up partly in Enugu.
Okay.
Yeah, Abuja Junction. They call the place Abuja Junction. You have Abuja Nika and Abuja Junction. I grew up partly around Abuja Junction.
Okay.
In Enugu State then, Enugu.
Okay.
Not state. It wasn't the state then.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was still Anambra before. Yeah. It was created to state. So, you know, then thereafter I found myself rehearsing with him, and then started singing with him. You know, so when I became of age, and you know, I started participating fully in music, and before you know, I started writing songs. Found myself in the studios. You know, and then one thing, when you're doing stuff, and then people appreciated you, it endorses you, and it endorses your confidence. You know, so I started becoming very confident in what I was doing, and then the rest today is history by God's grace.
Wow.
Yeah.
How does it feel that you, for example, sing the gospel, and at the same time you're preaching peace in this kind of trying times in Nigeria?
Yeah, you see, the gospel is good news. Gospel on its own is good news, and if there's anything at all that will bring peace, I think it's the gospel.
Okay.
Yeah, it is the gospel. So I don't just preach the Bible says and the Bible says and the Bible says, but I try to let people know that this is how it should be. If it's going to be well with all of us, if we don't even have peace, if there's no peace, we can't even preach the gospel.
Okay.
We can't even preach the gospel. I mean, if there's unrest everywhere, well, how would people gather? How would the mosques? How are we going to worship? I mean, churches won't come together, and then same thing, you know. So this is the most vital ingredient, first of all, before we even talk about worshiping, because there will be no place to worship if we can't stay together, if we can't live together. So I don't just tell people about the Bible says. I also say that peace is the most vital ingredient for you know, us being together, and then thereafter we can worship. Yes, sir.
Peace is the most vital ingredient.
Yes.
And thereafter we
can
can
worship. Because if there's no peace, we can't. I mean, we can't even be having this conversation. I mean, everywhere we are at reach. You know? So it's the most important thing to consider before we even talk about preaching the gospel and then worshiping.
You know, it was St. Augustine that said, "He who sings well prays twice."
Well,
right?
Very well.
So, for you, singing,
So
is that how it feels? That you why do you think the person who is singing well prays twice?
is it things, messages, you convey messages better. Now, okay, now let me take us to the Bible. And worship is, we all know about Lucifer, the angel who was with God and then rebelled, and then the Bible said that he was, all his body was music. His parts of the body were music instruments. If he moved, he was playing a tambourine. If he moved the other leg, it was playing drums or a guitar or something. You know, so music is the better instrument to convey messages. You see, when people gather in the stadium, they're singing. Whenever it's a global dialect. When pupils gather in schools, they're singing. And whenever, you know, there's a rage or there's a conflict somewhere, or maybe you say they were having a, you know, I mean, there's a conflict somewhere. Once music comes up, it draws the attention of people. Yeah. Same way, God, when, you know, they say Paul and Silas, they prayed. Someone said nothing happened. But when they began to sing, it moved God. So, I mean, praises, music, worship touches anybody quicker than, you know, maybe lectures or, you know, conversations, ordinary conversation. When you begin to sing, you catch the attention of even a little child, a baby. When children are crying now, you begin to sing a lullaby to them. Before you know, they just pause and they're looking at you. So music is a better form, a better way of conveying, you know, an information, a message to anyone at all.
And it's even spiritual messages.
Yeah, even spiritual messages. Like I said, God delights in worship. God delights in worship. That's his food. That's God. When you come to God and you begin to sing songs, when if an ordinary king, you know how people do when you know sing, the praise sing. That's how, you know how when they sing and call people's name, you know how they lavish them with money and all of that. And how much more God who creates us. When you begin to sing to him, and I mean, you have someone who comes to you and complains all the time and always asking. I mean, with time you tell the person, I'm not home. But you know, but you have someone who comes here and is like, Oga, see how you look. Your clothes look very well. I mean, your cut, you shape very well. I mean, you've been moved. So I mean, is a way. I mean, it's an instrument that conveys messages quicker to anybody and to anybody.
There's an observation I've had about why do the church sort of frown at the African music styles more than, you know, the foreign music styles, even in the gospel.
Okay, you mean like they embrace the Western music more than the African music?
So people say, I mean, originally people knew that rock and roll was devil's music, so to speak. But now almost all our gospel musicians are into rock. Dunsi Oyekon is rock, you know, heavy rock. Victoria Orenze is rock. A lot of Nathaniel Bassey is soft rock. Sinach. Why do you?
Well, I think it's based on individual differences. I think so. Yeah, because the local music is still thriving very well. As a matter of fact, I believe that these days, if you sing and you don't add up something, you know, like the Igbo music now is really making headway. If you listen to songs, even the Choma Jesus, you know, you listen to stuff and then you hear a bit of, Igbo dialect, a bit of Yoruba, and so I think it's individual differences. People, the people you mentioned, the names, yeah, sometimes it depends on how you got the song. Yeah, it depends on how you got the song. I want to believe that is why they sound that way, because that is how they got the songs. Yeah, most of the time also, because there's something that we don't get. In the bit of trying to be commercial, right? People can just go out of place, to say, okay, let me just sing this one because it will be quickly accepted by the Northerners. This one, if I add this one, it will be accepted by, So I believe that if you got the song, if it's rock that came to you, fine, just keep it that way.
Okay.
If it's Western R&B that came, fine.
But if it's gong, like if
it's the gong that came to you, just let it flow.
All right.
Let it flow. It's a natural thing. Music is a natural thing. You don't try to force it.
And you do reggae?
Yeah, I do.
Why reggae?
Yeah. Let me say this right. I give kudos to everyone who's singing or whatever. Yes, I sing. I major on reggae. That's my major. Sing other stuff anyway, but I believe that I'm someone who's I'm a conscious person. I'm a conscious person. I believe that music should be educative. I believe that music should not just be about. Yeah, it should set your feet to dancing, and it should also teach you something. That's what I believe. So when I'm writing, and when I try to get a message in my music. When there's too much of noise, you can't get them pick something from a particular song. But when reggae music is one music that communicates easier than every music, every form of music, and every genre, any other genre. I mean, it communicates quicker because the words come one after the other. I mean, listen to Bob Marley and the other people. It comes one after the other. So. Okay. I started to settle here.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And we will listen to one of the tracks very soon.
Okay.
Which one do we take? The one?
Love, Peace and Unity.
Love, Peace and Unity.
Love, Peace and Unity.
Okay. We'll take that for our break, and then after the break, when we'll come back, we'll discuss your Masterpiece Awards.
Okay.
How the jury picked you and some of that. And so let's go for a break, and we'll be right back. But those of you who are watching on NTA, you can go on youtube.com/Akweya TV and subscribe to our channel. We're begging you, please. And if you are not watching on NTA and you're already doing on YouTube, you can quickly just click on that subscribe button and just stay with us for other stuff.
Unity, love, peace, and unity. UNITY.
Rage is not a key to justice. Strife will lead us into crisis. Let us live in peace, stay in peace, so we can make the world a better place. Rage is not a key to justice. Strife will lead us into crisis. Let us live in peace, stay in peace, so we can make this nation a better place.
See, we say that we are okay in our own way, Meanwhile, we fight and hurt each other every day, We practice the words of Babylon, shooting and looting in a nation, fighting and killing your brother, man. Oh, Jah, oh now, let's come together as one, not minding the differences between us. One Father, one Jah over us. Oh, now.
Rage is not a key to justice. Try to lead us into crisis. Let us live in peace, stay in peace, so we can make the world a better place. Rage is not are the key to justice. Strife will lead us into crisis. Let us live in peace, stay in peace, so we can make this nation a better place.
Equal rights, peace and tranquility. One nation bound in love and unity. No need for animosity. Let us be our brothers keeper, not to prove your works asunder. No matter your culture, let's unite and plan a future. Be your brother's keeper, not to prove your works asunder. No matter your culture, let's unite and plan a future. Ọlọ́hìgbẹ́ kálọ́ bí àtọ́há kálọ́ jọ̀wọ́ fún lọ́wọ́ ìjọ. Ọlọ́hìgbẹ́ kálọ́ bí àtọ́há kálọ́ jọ̀wọ́ fún lọ́wọ́ ìjọ. Tọ́yàm lúnẹ́kíbẹ́ lúnẹ́kíbẹ́ lúnẹ́kíbẹ́. Musamataya musamataya musamatare. Musamataya. Live in peace, make this world a better place. Oh, da 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 da. Hey, da da da, oh da, she da 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 da. Hey, oh yeah, brethren and sistren, please let the RIPs in our streets cease. Let's give peace a chance. Nigeria, Africa, let the bombings and the killing stop. You see, we killed a little child, you just killed a future leader.
The way you do me, I'm getting confused. Hi, my name is Zita, and you're watching Akweya TV.
This is Akweya TV. I encourage you to watch it. This is where you get to hear and know about the Akweya people.
Akweya TV.
So you're welcome back, and thank you for subscribing. I'm really happy you did that. Okay, so we've been discussing with Fred Williams. That song, Love, Peace, and Unity, you know, it got me, you know, I was tapping along with the rhythm.
Thank you.
Why did you have to do that? I mean, you're a gospel musician. Why did...
Yeah, okay. You know, the problem in the country right now, insurgency and all of that. And it began, it's been on there for quite some time now. I remember in 2003-4, between those dates, those years, there was this crisis in Jos.
Okay.
You know, so I was invited to perform. So I said, well, instead of going to sing one of my gospel songs, yeah, let me write the song for Plateau State.
Okay.
Let me write a song purposely for this peace concert. So that song came, I wrote it, and then I went. And after then, I let the song be, it was just there. Okay. And then in 2014, I just came online and I saw this event, this competition that was going on in Netherlands. Decided to put the song there. There was a competition for the best peace song globally. You know, so got the song in there, and my song came one on the list.
Wow.
Yeah, amongst about 400 videos all over the world.
Wow.
So
you have 25,000.
Yeah, about 25,000 votes, you know, all over the world. And the jury decided that that was a song.
Wow.
That was a song they wanted. I came second by voting. Yeah, but I mean, they said no. This is the song that should be in for the competition. So I got this. They gave me the award.
Wow.
And made arrangements for me to be in Holland.
Okay.
To perform at the peace concert.
Oh, okay. You have to go to Holland for it. Okay.
So,
Okay.
I give God praise for that.
One.
I give God praise for that. Yeah.
Did you have to release it as an album later?
Yes, I did. I
Okay.
did. It came into my. I think it's in my album. It's in one of my albums.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many do you
Blameless
have?
313. The Blameless 313. I call it
Blameless
Blameless
313.
313. It's in Blameless 313 album. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. About three. I have about 3 albums
Okay.
only.
Only.
Only for now.
That's not only.
Yeah.
And in these days when people don't relate with full albums as much anymore. It's
Yeah, more singles.
Yeah,
and all of that,
singles,
so
you know.
yes.
Yeah. So, as a peace lover, peace activist,
That's what, yeah.
When people are saying, hey, this religion is persecuted much more than this other religion, this one is under attack, and now you're singing that, hey, please, let's all come together. Do you have specific attacks by people that say, oh, you've sold out, you're supposed to be of this religion, why are you...
Yeah, well, I've not had that, but I even don't know there are issues like that, there are cases like that. Personally, I've not had that. But I think, I believe that religion is love. For me, religion is love. It's not about denomination or whether you're Christian or Muslim. No. I believe that love binds us all together. That is what is religion. And without, they say if you don't have love, you're like an empty, vessel that's just making noise. Without, if you do everything on earth, you acquire wealth and you're philanthropist and all of that, but you don't have love inside of you. You're just an empty vessel making a whole lot of sound.
Yeah.
So for me, love is the religion. Because if you love someone, the Bible says you should love your neighbor as yourself. If you love someone like you love yourself, you won't raise up, you won't pick up a gun, you won't raise up a machete on anyone.
Wow.
So I've not had those confrontations anyway. Yeah, but I know people who have had them. Luckily I've not had it yet, and I don't pray to.
Okay.
But if we all have that mindset that religion is love, it's not about any denomination or whichever God we serve, and God is one. God is one. I don't think there's another God anywhere. God is one.
Yeah.
So, and God is love.
Wow.
So love is religion.
So can music help Nigeria find peace?
Well, if Nigeria so wishes.
Okay.